Hi, Katherin.
Hi, Cecilia.
Do you remember what was the main problem that speakers of the 19th century had to face?
Yes, the biggest problem was the extremely large numbers of new words they met.
And how new words enter the language?
Well, there are different manners.
Dale.
First, by putting all words together, like fingerprint and airport.
I remember now. Also, new words came from other languages, like pizza from Italian and some others from Latin and Greek. For example, photographed.
Also, a few words have come from the names of things we buy or use. For example, to Google from Google.
Do you remember that beginnings and endings had been added to make new words?
Really?
Yes, like disinformation and touchy-feely.
In addition, some words have been shortened. For example, photo for photograph.
Apart from that, some words have put together sounds from other words, like motel from motor and hotel.
Wow, it is really interesting how new words enter the language.
But Katherin, how we form new words?
Well, there are different processes. First, we have coinage, which is the invention of totally new words. For example, nylon. Also, in this process, we have eponym, which are new words based on the name of a person or a place. For example, jeans come from the Italian city of Genoa, where the type of cloth was first made. Also, we have technical terms based on the name of a person of those who first discovered or invented things. For example, volt from the Italian Alessandro Volta. Cecilia, do you know other processes?
Yes, one of them is borrowing. It consists in using words from other languages. For example, sofa from Arabic, dove from Dutch, and daikon from Japanese. Inside this process, we find loan translation or calc. In this case, some features of words from other languages remain, as in the case of skyscraper.
Other process is compounding, which is the joining of two separate words to produce a single form. For example, bookcase, fingerprint, and wallpaper.
Another process is blending. It's when two different words form a new one. For instance, smog from smoke and fog.
Well, clipping. This process takes place when a word of more than one syllable is reduced to a shortened form. For example, ad for advertisement. A particular type of reduction is hypocorism. Here, a longer word is reduced to a single syllable. Then, the letter Y or the vowels I, E is added to the end. For example, movie for moving pictures.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you remember that the usual process of creation of words consists on inventing nouns from verbs? In verb formation, we form new verbs from nouns that already exist, like televise from television and babysit from babysitter.
Conversion is a change in the function of a word. From nouns to verb, for example, we have the noun vacation. Conversion is a change in the function of a word. From nouns to verbs, we have the word vacation. For example, they are vacationing in France. In this example, it changes from a noun to a verb.
Another process is acronyms. These are words that are formed with the first letter of each word. The most famous example is CD, that means compact disc. Another example is radar, that means radio detecting and ranging. The most famous example is CD, that means compact disc. Another example is radar, that means radio detecting and ranging.
In this category, we have two types of suffixes, inflectional suffixes and derivational suffixes. The inflectional suffixes, there is a change in the form of a word, but not its grammatical class or part of a speech.
And Kathy, what can you say about the Oxford English Dictionary?
Well, the Oxford English Dictionary has had a great effect on people's knowledge and understanding of English. It gives a lot of information about the history of words and expressions, and helps to understand how language changes over time. One of the changes to Murray's work since the first Oxford English Dictionary appeared is that North American and other regional pronunciations were added. Cecilia, do you know what received pronunciation is?
Yes. In the 1920s, the BBC chose an accent for all its speakers on the radio. It was recognized as the accent of the educated. At that stage, strong regional accents were not accepted on television or radio, or in teaching and government. In the 1960s, social differences began to break down, and regional accents became more acceptable everywhere.
And now, the Internet! There is no doubt that the Internet has become an indispensable tool in our lives. Thanks to Internet, people can now communicate in writing on their websites, through emails and message boards, and in chat rooms. The Internet has had a number of effects on English. Firstly, new words have been made to describe the Internet itself and its activities. For example, website and blog.
Secondly, people have developed a new informal way of writing in chat rooms and on message boards. For example, the words today, before, and hand, which is an acronym for have a nice day. Have you ever used one of those?
Yes, all of them.
Woo!
We hope you have enjoyed this presentation.
Thank you for your attention. See you!